Welcome back, folks. We moved back to the home farm. We're doing some of the fields on the bottom right by the creek. The field that we're in now got flooded out for the most part, so it ain't going to be too good of a yield in there. But it seems like where it's not flooded out, it's going to do really good. But it's only a 5-acre field anyway, so it ain't like it's that big a deal. Oh boy. I just want to test it, see how wet that is. I think when we tested it by just shelling it off the ear, or the cob, it was like 14 something, or something like that. I don't know. So we'll see what this is. Dry, yeah. Well, it's after chores now, and I get to pick now. My brother's out bowling, so I'm gonna pick a couple cart loads tonight. Not go too crazy. There ain't no point going too crazy and then having to get up early in the morning. So he picked a hopper, so I got a hopper to unload, and then I'll go pick another 2 hoppers, then take that back to the farm, and I'll leave this sitting idle. It don't use too much fuel sitting and idling, but you know, I want to make sure that it starts again. I'll probably end up taking it back tonight anyways, and then walking back down and taking the tractor back to him. I plan on getting these 2 fields done. We got a pretty good chunk out of this 5-acre field done already. It's just a lot of short rows left, and my brother opened up that 4.5-acre field before chores too. It's kind of hard to open up a field in the dark. It's doable, but it's a little bit harder. I got 1 combine load. That didn't take too long. I didn't even finish getting the headlands off of that field before I got it loaded. I could use more since I got plenty far over. Making sure I didn't spill none. Don't look like it. Yeah, I could get a little bit more on there, but I'll just pick this hopper load and go back and dump it. I'll try and find a row here. Now, one thing, there's a couple different things. Since I was the one that picked beans, you know, beans, with the bean head, it's just got automatic head height there. So all I gotta do is just click that button down, it goes down to the height it's set at. But this, I gotta hold it down. You know, I don't know how many times I'll end up doing that when I'm picking, but another thing is too, I gotta put the ladder up. You just push it forward, brings the ladder up. You gotta do that because the corn head just ain't quite wide enough if that ladder's down, and that'll hit the corn stalks on that side. So just put that up and then turn around and get going here. So I was just in the field across the creek. We put a nice culvert in earlier this spring, probably in March or so. But now I'm just in the field back right to the east of the waterway, or not across the creek. I want to get this field done first, and then I'll go back over there when I get this one all done. got the combine full. There's just a little bit left in that field, not too much. I'm just taking this back and unloading it. It'll take about 20 minutes probably or so. And I'll come back and get that field done, then go across the creek and get that field done. I just got a little bit more of the headland take off from that field and then just the rolls to do. So that shouldn't take too long. Well, I got it unloaded. There we go. I want to test that because I haven't tested that from across the creek there yet. So we'll see what that tests first. Dry. Well, the bin's about 2/3 of the way full. Well, it's hard for me to show a knock on it, but it's about at that bolt line there. A little bit above it. Well, I know on the other side it's going to be higher. It's going to be about a half a ring higher. So from about that bolt up there to the bolt down here, that's probably about right here right now. Maybe a little higher even. The other side's going to be a little higher because there's a spreader that if it was working, it would spread it out nice and even. It'll just be spinning around and get the corn nice and even. But it don't work. It's kind of stuck like that, facing that way. So it fills that side faster than what it fills this side. But as it goes up, it don't quite fill that side quite as much. It'll start filling this side a little bit more because it don't fall quite as far over. So it almost levels out. It ain't quite level, but it gets close. But this is our 15th cart going in. And it fits about 21 carts or so, depending on how full they are. So there ain't too much more left. I should have another, well, there'll definitely be another 2 down there. 1 for sure, probably close to 2 down there. So, well, there'll be 3 carts left to put in there, so it's doing pretty good this year, corn is. Well, I got the cart full, and I just got a little bit left here. This is like a triangle-shaped field, so as I work up the hill here, the rows just get shorter and shorter. I just got a little bit left in this field. Whenever I don't fill up, on my way back to the farm, I'll just fill the combine by the, God, I can't talk, it's getting too late. I'll just fill the combine from the field right by the farm there. But really, this should almost just about fill it. It's doing pretty good back here. End of the row already. Well, I got that 17-acre field, or not 17, oh my gosh, I'm done for the night. Well, I got that 4-acre field done, that little triangle-shaped field done. Now I'm just heading back to the farm, and I'll unload this into the wagon, but I ain't gonna unload it tonight. So I'll unload this into the wagon, and then I'll pull this around the back side of the shed. I think I gotta get a couple load, or a load of fuel in the morning. It sounded like that barrel was getting pretty low when I filled the combine up and the tractor. It sounded like it was starting to get pretty low, so I'll get a barrel of fuel up. I can't talk. But I'll get some fuel in the morning before I start picking. And tomorrow, should be all finished picking. The bin full at least. Not with all the corn. The cart's probably got 500 bushel in it. That's pretty fucking full. And the combine here, a loader light didn't go off, but it's pretty much full. I looked up in the vent, maybe 10 more bushel, it's full. If I slam the thing forward, it'll probably fill up really. So I ain't gonna worry about picking anymore. Just going on unload to the wagon, I got about probably close to 700 bushel to unload right away tomorrow before I start. So I'll leave the cart down here for tonight. I'll walk down and get it in the morning. It's 9:30. I gotta be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time I go home and eat, it'll be 11 o'clock by the time I go to bed or so. 10:30 at least, so. It's late enough for me. I got done when I wanted to get done. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, it's about 11:30. I'll probably closer to quarter to noon. I'm a lot later than I want to be. Well, I got that load of fuel, like I said this morning. Then my mom and dad were like, oh, Oh, get a load of fuel for the house, why don't you? Well, it wouldn't have been so bad, but the little fucking hole that we put it in that goes down into the barrel in the basement, for some reason, the fuel just did not want to flow down there. The nozzle just kept clicking off, so I had to hold it, and go click off, and hook it back up. That took a fucking forever. So here I am. Now I'm going to go run down and get the cart so I can get the cart unloaded, and while I'm unloading the cart, I'm going to get the combine ready to go, and then hopefully start picking. That's the plan. So far, I thought today's been going. It ain't going to go as planned. So we're just going to go with the flow, and hopefully we get something done at least. Well, I just wanted to see how much more room there was, and there's still a little bit on that side yet, and I'm sure that side there's still some room too. Yeah. It's getting there though. Not too much farther and it'll be up to that spreader. Not too many more loads. Well, I'm finally picking. Went to go start it and it cranked a little bit and then started clicking. So I put the battery charger on the jump start mode and I saw it was like way dead. So like, yeah, I gotta take that cable off again and clean that up. So I took it off and cleaned it up and popped right over. So about 1 o'clock probably by now. So, way behind schedule, but whatever. I'll still be able to get a good amount picked. This field here is going to do pretty good. Yeah, the outside row is going to be good, but in that one row there ain't very good either. So this field's going to do pretty good. I like this variety. This variety seems like, well, this was the variety I was picking last night. It's the same 628 variety that we got raked. It seemed like where it wasn't flooded out, it was actually pretty good. You know, it was over 180 almost all the time. And well, right here it's over 180 all the time too, so we'll see what it's like when we get out in the middle more. But so far, I'm really happy with this corn. Well, I got the combine full again. So this will be the second cart that I picked so far today. I went up and dumped the other combine load in the wagon. And I'm just going to pull this up to the wagon and then start dumping it. And dump it out of the wagon. It's kind of clouding up. There's a chance of rain, like a 20% chance of rain. So I'm going to get all of it put up in the bin and get the bin closed at least. So that way if it does rain and none of the corn gets wet. So then it won't be that big of a deal. If I were to guess, there's probably 2 more cartloads that can go in here. Ain't too far off, maybe 2.5. We'll have to see. I want to close it up. You're shitting me. I was wondering. Hold on. There, I got her. Usually since it's a little lopsided, I don't quite get to the top of that step. It gets right to the bottom of that first step there. So, like I said, 2 more cart loads probably. 2.5, somewhere in there. Should be able to do that. Should be able to do that tomorrow. That'll be good. So, as long as everything goes smooth, we should get the bin full today. I mean, we got 400 bushel to pick, that's all. They're 450, they're 800. Sorry, I can't talk. But, so far today's been a good day. You know, had this baddie, oh jeez, oh baddie. She says, oh, Dylan, can I please come ride in your tractor with you? I see you got a fender there with no ass on it. Can I come ride with you, please? You don't believe that any more than I do, right? Oh, shit. No, but we'll get the bin full today. That'll put me in a decent mood, I guess. And so far, everything other than the English language has been good to me today, so. Some wash offs right there he's going across. Well, we got the bin full. Well, it's not totally full. It could probably use another 100 bushel or so, but that one side is, since it's off-center just a little bit, that one side only has like one of them little rings to go, so it ain't worth putting anything else in there. So there's probably only 8,500 or 8,400 in there, but that's as full as I normally get it, so it's good enough for what's for, as some people would say. I think we did probably, well, we did 17, 12, so 29, 10, 39, and another 10, so not quite 50 acres, probably 47 or 48 acres to fill it. So that's pretty good. So from here on out, I'll be picking. So that'll be fucking nice. I love picking corn. But see you in the next one.